So you guys know I like to point out things when I'm reading. So when we were reading Psalm 119, I highlighted or I marked out some lines that I wanted to go back to. Line 19. I am a resident alien on earth. Do not hide your commands from me. Resident alien, to me, when I think about resident, that means living, right? I reside, just my home place. But it's calling me an alien, which means like this is a foreign. I'm taking it like, you know, as I'm reading, like just using the knowledge that I have. I'm a resident in a foreign place, or this land isn't my forever land. Like, because I'm trying to use the word alien. When I think about alien, that's something that's abnormal. It's not of the norm. It's not of the... Hey, y'all. So this is just a continuation from the last video when we're talking about Psalm 119 and the breakdown of what stood out to me. So basically, I'm saying that I'm a person who lives in an alien place, or a foreign place, because Earth is not, it should not be our resting place. It's not our home. So we're just visitors here, right? So moving on, it's in line 21 in Psalm 119. It says, you rebuke the arrogant, the ones under a curse. So it's basically with that line, rebuking the arrogant, the ones under a curse who wander from your commands. You're talking to God, and God's revealing to you that in that moment, when you walk away from what God has called us to do, he gave us 10 commandments, y'all. 10 commandments was the basis of how you build your relationship with Jesus. Like he told Moses at the burning bush, Yahweh said, Moses said, who is you, bro? What's your name, bro? And Yahweh was like, bro, my name is Yahweh, bro. I'm the air you breathe. I'm the breath inside them lungs, bro. I'm the reason why you got life up in you. And so he gave Moses 10 commandments, you know, like live by this so you can see the face of me, so you can see the glory. Like I just need to do 10 steps, bro. Just 10 of them, right? But then we, the people, go against what God has commanded us to do, and then we looking crazy in the face. But it states right there, you are now arrogant when you go against God's commands, and you are now working under a curse. You are now putting yourself back under God, not God's law, man's law, earth law. And that's not what God has for us. He created a plan for these commandments. And that's why you around here with all these curses on your life, because you don't want to live righteously from how God has already stated that it should be. So that's biblically written. That's not Roshonda's words. That's biblically written. And then we go down to line 51 through 52. It states, the arrogant constantly ridicule me, but I do not turn away from your instruction. Lord, I remember your judgments from long ago, and I find comfort. Moving on, and I highlighted, your statutes are the theme of my song during my early life. Once again, reminding us that we should not go against what God is saying. We should not be prideful. We should not listen to those who don't even know God, because they're the ones that are going to lead you astray. Do not turn away from God's instructions. If God's giving you something and you know that somebody else is telling you to do something that's totally different than what God stated, right? And then it repeats itself and says that God's laws, God's commands, God's statutes of where he places us to be on the royal platform, being a royal priesthood, that is the theme of our life. That's the only song we should be singing, is God's glorious, victorious praises that he's already designed for us to have. Because we must obey the instructions in order to receive that glory. Y'all, I just love how when you're reading the Bible and God gives you this revelation as you are going through it. Now, those are just highlighted points that I highlighted as we was reading Psalm 119. Once again, I'm going to go back and let you guys know those lines so you can go back and read for yourself. It was line 19 through 20. Well, 19 through 22. You could just read that. And lines 51 through 55. It's just reminding you what God has already promised. You have to walk the way what God wants you to do in order to live freely. Once you continue to go back, meaning you're moving backwards, you are putting curses on your life because God has already freed us from those things. Mine is blown.